Welcome back to Orchid House. This is Olivier in Fort Lauderdale. My last video was about mounting bifoliate cattleyas, and a lady from Sarasota asked a good question. She said, okay, I love mounting my orchids, but it's tough to find a suitable, pretty way to hang them. And so that's obviously one of the challenges when you mount your orchids. First of all, you need to water them a lot more, but also you need to find room to hang them. If you have pots, you just put them side by side on a flat surface on the bench and you're good to go. It's not as obvious when you have mounted plants. So I'm just going to show a few of the techniques I've used. It's not just for mounted plants but also baskets, because I have a bunch of Stanhopeas and Gongoras and the likes. So this, for instance, I have an overhang. I have a fascia that's in perfect shape, so it's good wood, not rotted. So I drill an eye hook through it, and this will bear a lot of weight. Then with S-hooks, I am able to attach baskets. The basket itself allows me to attach more plants, smaller plants, again using S-hooks of various sizes. You can always adjust the height to what you want. Then here, this thing is supposed to have pots in it. I bought it at an orchid show, but in the end I hung it here, and rather than putting pots, I can attach a bunch of smaller Stanhopea baskets. There's room for a lot more than that. Here you have these hanger pot by my Phalaenopsis. I have a bunch of them, so you clip the clay pot onto that device, which is made by a gentleman in Central Florida. And but you see, you have extra room, and here this is a good opportunity to hang a mounted orchid. Whether or not you use an S-hook, I mean, you can hang it directly or use an S-hook, but again, that's extra space where you can hang a plant. Okay, so yeah, my Carasinum benches are depleted. It's the end of the season now. Let me see here. Yeah, so I had a couple of contraptions made, and they are very helpful. This is what I call my Trichocentrum tower. I've moved a few elsewhere underneath the overhang right now because they're kind of dormant, but again, using S-hooks and I-hooks, I can hang a lot of plants on there. The other one is the big one here that you see on the video. It's kind of scary. I guess the wood is in perfect shape right now, but I have to keep an eye on it because eventually it might start rotting with all the weight. Who knows? I don't want that to collapse. I have a bunch of Cattleyas and a few Oncidiums, Trichocentrums, Paraphadenia, but I don't know, I have 30 plants on there maybe. So, and again, always I-hooks, S-hooks in the wood, and you're good to go and attach a bunch of plants. There's space available. Yes, this thing here. So I have benches. Maybe not there. Let me see if I can have a better view. Okay, so these are coated benches, and at the top I have all these pots, mostly Cattleyas. Below I have plants at times, I mean those that want shade, but I mean it's not ideal because now you have water trickling down from one plant to another, and that's not ideal because you can transmit diseases. But I mean there are plants there at times during the year. But you see here, this is another space where I can hang mounted plants. Then this won't do a lot of good, but I can, so you buy this at Home Depot. It's just, I put it in the dirt, it goes in the dirt, and then you can hang maybe 2-3 plants on them, and they're kind of pretty. So this one is actually 1, 2, 3, 4 plants on it. Then a pergola that you can attach to your wall. Here it's attached to a fence, and I mean that pergola really, I can put 30-40 plants on there. These are Dendrobiums, Phalaenopsis, Trichocentrums. I have a lot of baskets, Stanhopea baskets in there. You can tell it's a jungle. and they're all attached there, and again S-hooks are the way to do it. And then here I use coated curtain rods. It's outdoors, so I put Rust-Oleums on them, but again you can put a lot of mounted plants in baskets with that, and always using S-hooks. And you can stagger them. I mean, using various lengths of S-hooks, you can have them one on top of another, basically using the same anchor. And then finally, but this is really kind of an oddity, but I had a tree that died, and I call this my Vanda tree because all my Vandas are hanging on this tree. That's where I have the most light. The Rhinanthera philippinensis is in bloom again. So, I mean, there's many other ways, but if you just look at your space, you can figure out locations where it's going to be suitable to have baskets and mounted plants. Thank you so much.